October 21st of 2018, and coming with an update on Find Sam Sayers' mission, and about also about one of our team members, Cody Turpco. He succumbed to his injuries and passed away on his birthday, which was on the 17th, and that was on the mountain when he passed away, and didn't find out till he came back off. So unfortunately, the 49th has lost one of our members, and right now we're you know dealing with that. So on the 16th from the 18th, me, Kevin, and Clay went up to Lake Alon up on the mountain, and that's one of the places that was never searched or wasn't inquired into very much. So we went up with underwater submarine drone and droned the lake for 2 days straight, and at night Kevin droned it at night, and turned up no sign, no evidence, no Sam. And the reason why we droned the lake is because there were a few HRD K9 teams who did give some alerts and some interest on the lake, but but that was about it. So we decided that we needed to get an underwater drone in there and drone it, because the season was too late to try to get divers in to dive the lake, and it being at altitude, it's considered a high altitude dive, so you have to have people who know how to do that. Fortunately enough, I am a certified diver and do know how to do that, but don't have the diving equipment anymore. So the best thing we could have done was use the drone to drone the lake, and nothing turned up. I keep getting lots of comments on my videos about cadaver dogs. Cadaver dogs. That's such a base way of saying, saying that, and only ignorant people will use that term in a way to, like, kind of put their view out there that, oh, she's dead. I get these people all the time. Oh, she's dead. Why are you still up there? You need to get cadaver dogs up there and search the lake before it's too late, or search the area, search the mountain. People, we've had tons of HRD K9 teams up there. That's how they're referred to in the business. We don't refer to them as cadaver dogs. They're HRD teams, which stands for Human Remains Detection, for those who don't know what it means. So if you're going to ask a question or make a comment where you're going to use cadaver dog, at least use HRD, because it's the proper term to use, and it's not as not as hostile when you use it versus when you use cadaver dog. So we've had tons of cadaver teams up there, HRD teams. The sheriff, when they had their when the official sheriff's search was going on, they brought in HRD canines. Kevin and Lisa and the Sam Sayers family mission, whatever you want to call it, we've had HRD teams come in also, from various different places, from various different different regions, and we brought in, when the land HRD K9 Colette and chapter was up there and indicated on the lake. That's what got the whole lake thing going. Then they brought in another HRD team that was water specific from Montana, and track, and I can't remember the handler's name, forgive me for that. They came in with a blow-up kayaked the whole entire lake all day long, and with a water HRD K9, got a couple interests but no hits. So so we've had them up there. If you guys have something to think, if you guys have something like some advice or some encouragement of where to search, be a little bit more original with it. Like we've we think of everything. We cover everything. And we entertain all advice or information or whatnot, you know. And the people are just to come out, and the first line in their comment is, "She's dead." You know, well, how the fuck do you know? You know, yeah, hey, if you go through all the statistic books and look through all the statistics, yeah, her probability of being out there alive is slim to fucking none. But that doesn't mean that she's dead. Like I said before, and I'll always say, there's no evidence to support that she's alive or dead on the mountain or in the area. I don't believe she's on the mountain at all. You know, up high, above 4,000 feet in that area. She's not up there. So she's got to be down in the lowlands somewhere, alive or perished. You know, and that's not up to fucking us to worry about. You know, you know, it's not up to us. It's not up to us to tell the mother, oh, you're a freaking loony, you're a nut for believing that she's alive. Hey, no, I would say that any parent who just like gives up hope is not that great of a parent. A parent who will always sit there and, you know, have hope that their child will be found alive, that's a good parent in my book. So I'm not going to be in a position, I'm not going to put myself in a position to chastise anyone for holding on to hope that Samantha will be found alive. So you guys can just keep all those damn comments to yourself. It's like the old adage of my mom, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all, you know? If you want to say something mean, say something mean. But don't do this, you know, passive-aggressive bullshit, you know, and try to, like, undermine someone's hope, especially a parent or a loved one. So yeah, so that's about it. If you guys got any good freaking information, if you got any good advice or whatnot, or a good comment, please leave it. But this crap about, you know, like, we're idiots and we don't, yeah, that's a freaking probability. SJ asked, was she abducted? Yeah, that's a high probability. And if you look through, you know, search and rescue books, that's usually up in the top 5 of, you know, a missing person case. Is, you know, in the wilderness, avalanche, criminal, completely lost, drowned. It's, you know, it's in the top 5. So yeah, but unfortunately, you know, that's something that only law enforcement can look into. That's not something search and rescue looks into. That's not something that the family can look into or pursue, and that's definitely something that we, as the 49th, can't pursue. So the best thing we can do is rule out that she's on the mountain or within an area where it's like, yeah, okay, 90% chance she's not up there or within the statistics of where she could be. Then that hopefully will force, you know, law enforcement to look at possible abduction. But as far as right now, like I said before, the mountain's got to be our focus, and the area around it. So when I say the mountain, I just mean the whole area, the 1.9 miles around the point of last being seen, the PLS. So that's what's got to be cleared, and it's a massive amount of massive expanse of area. So not only do we have steep, rugged terrain, but we also have real deep wilderness that, yeah, you can spin your wheels in circles in there for days and weeks and who knows how long. So that's just some things I wanted to clear up and give an update. This has turned into like such a fiasco on so many levels. I mean, they got some secret Find Sam Sayers group on Facebook where, you know, they're coming up with all sorts of conspiracy theories and ideas and just, you know, raking the family name, my name, over the coals and, you know, trying to undermine everything in their complete psychotic freaking episodes that they have on there. So, you know, and we've had people when, you know, the people brought up like a bear box and had it at the trailhead. Mainly Wild. Cody passed away on Wednesday on his birthday. Mainly Wild. So he is no longer with us. Um, Thanks, Angel. Um, so so I know a lot of people are just dying to be stuck up, um, to be stuck in the loop on what's going on, in finding Sam, and it has just become such a fiasco, and it's brought in so many of the crazies that, you know, there were people talking about poisoning our food to get rid of us, people saying, oh, let's sabotage their work, let's sabotage their gear, let's sabotage this and that, let's call up whoever we can call up to get them shut down. So, we've had to just go and just pure lockdown operational security where we don't tell anyone what's going on. It needs to be reported to Facebook for defamation. Yeah, I agree with that. Mainly Wild. That needs to be shut down, but for some reason it's not being shut down, and I just don't even pay attention to it anymore. Right now my focus is on laying my bro to rest, and making sure he's sent off to the next world. And being able to devote whatever time I have to being on the mountain and searching. So we are actively searching. We just don't tell anybody about it except the very inner circle of us who are actually out there, and right now it's been the three of us, me, Kevin, and Clay, and whoever, else that we really, really trust. And that's the thing, is we've, because of this, and maybe that's their tactic, maybe that was what they were like looking for, was to get us so spooked and so worried that, we would only, have super trustworthy people around us, and then that inhibits us to, have a real full-size mission to really cover some ground in a shorter amount of time. So maybe that was their tactic, was to, get us all spooked to the point of where it's only going to be a handful of us that we totally trust, and and then we have to cut out all, chatter on, what we're going to do. So if that was their end game, I guess they kind of won in that sense, but they haven't stopped us. All they've done is just made it to where, yeah, we're going to be really tight-knit. We're only going to have people that we really, really trust out there searching with us. I know there's other volunteers and other people who, are going out and searching, and they're just doing their own thing. We're not communicating with them on what we're doing, and and we really don't communicate, have them communicate with us back and forth or anything like that. It's just, and right now it's, the only people we trust are, like I said, in this inner circle. Thanks, Doris. And yeah, we only trust the ground that we cover. Other people that cover ground, it's good, but in our mind, we don't cross it out until we actually put our bodies on it and search it. So ultimately, it's going to be a long process. It's going to be all winter long, probably till spring, but we're going to still be out there searching. And then nothing's going to stop us from doing that and from finding Sam and bringing her home. Unfortunately, with the winter and the rain and the weather conditions, even though we've been having great weather out here, so we've been trying to take advantage of that as much as possible. So just know that, people are still out there searching. We are still out there searching. Trying to do the best of our abilities with what we have. Got a lot, we've had a lot going on with Cody dying, and passing away. So that's been a big focus on me, being with his family, and whatnot. And, in order to just keep being on the mountain under wraps, we go up there, we have to, either fly up in there where nobody could see our vehicles at the trailhead, or park somewhere else, or have other people drop us off or whatever. But you know, it's really sad that these people are out there, you know, trying to inhibit, you know, finding Sam, and maybe there's a reason for that. Who knows? But yeah, so I just wanted to clear up a few things and give, you know, an update of the week. It's Sunday, so this week, I know Lisa's already put it out there that Cheryl and Raven, our Canine Live Find Track and Trail HRD team, is coming back out on Tuesday, and we'll be out searching areas with her, but we're not going to say where and where we're going to be. We're going to make sure that getting there, in and out, no one will be able to know. No one's going to know we're out there. What dates or anything specific. And when we come back, that's when we'll give updates on, yeah, we went out and we did this and we came back, and we'll post videos and whatnot. So thanks everybody for, I know a lot of people were really praying and pulling for Cody, and really thank everyone for that. Your support, your love, your blessings, your prayers were well received and very much appreciated. Unfortunately, because of his injuries, which was directly to the brain stem. The brain stem is an area of the brain that can't take a lot of damage. And if you do damage it, it's really, really bad, real low, good outcomes. So we all kind of knew that it was going to come down to that. Because your brainstem is what makes your heart beat, makes your organs function, make you breathe when you're sleeping. I mean, it's everything. And when you damage that or lose that ability, you're pretty much, you know, on life support. And that's what he was. He was on life support. But unfortunately, he's got pneumonia, started bad blood flow to the brain, and yeah, he succumbed to his injuries, and we're gonna lay him to rest, and we're gonna make sure we see him off properly, and we'll see him in, you know, this life or the next again. So thanks everybody for that, and I'll have an update for you this coming up weekend after this week, and hopefully one of these days we're gonna bring her home for everyone, and then we could move on with our life. So thanks so much for all your support and prayers, and look forward to the update. I'll give a couple minutes for questions. If anybody's got any questions, they could throw at me real fast, and I'll try to answer them real quick. Beautiful day. We've been having great weather up here. It's a shame that so many people work so hard to try to get us booted off the mountain. But you know, there's hateful people out there in the world. So anybody got any questions at all? All right. Mean people suck. Yep. Yeah, it's pretty messed up, pretty evil, pretty vile. What people will do for everything. I'm talking about the boot tracks by the river. Yeah, from what we were told, those tracks were from search and rescue. So they did go down there and did search. So we believe that the tracks going down were from search and rescue in the beginning. So yeah, not a lot of sign, not a lot going on out there as far as having a good trail or a good track or anything. Yeah. So it's just, you know, it's just one of those things of it just takes time and dedication to keep on going. Yeah, thanks, Diamondback. Yeah, fuck the haters. So yeah, so I don't know any of you guys check out my Instagram. I do a lot of updates on there. I post a lot of, little short video clips from being on the mountain. So I try to update on Instagram. So check out my Instagram, 49th Parallel Survival School, on Instagram for updates, and 49th Parallel on Facebook. And it just takes me so long to upload on YouTube videos, unless I'm down in the Seattle. Like what takes me 3 hours here to upload a video in the country takes like 15 minutes in Seattle at Kevin's house. So though I've been trying to save uploading to YouTube when I go down there for a meeting or whatever, then I can just upload all day long. Once you clear your area as best you can, say that's in 411 and search where you think she might not be. Just saying that. Yeah, and and we do that. We do go the wild goose chase, if you wanna call it that. The total random, like, oh, we wouldn't even think about it, places. So we have been, like the lake. I mean, the lake was completely frozen over the day she went missing. But it was still one of those things, like, you never know. So, any area in that area where her probability is, has to be searched, no matter how ridiculous it might sound. So that's where we're at. So yeah, we will, we do search off the, oh, she probably wouldn't be there, and yeah, and if she just kept moving and moving and moving, hey, Crystal, then she could be anywhere. So that's just where it's at, is, it's going to just take time and lots of ground to cover. And unfortunately, losing more and more crew members, and searchers and volunteers, because the weather's going bad. And because all the crazies, there's other people that are getting death threats. People are sending, to the admin, sending death threats to administrators. I mean, like, what the hell? Come on, people. Like, all these people are doing is coordinating from behind a TV screen, a computer screen, and you guys are sending them death threats too? Yeah, it's really, really, really sad. So, well, thanks a lot, everyone. Stay tuned, and hopefully we'll have some good praying for crew. Yep, thanks. Thanks, Bonnie, and hopefully soon we'll have the answers we need, and Sam will be home. Crazy for the group of that guy from a few weeks ago. Crazy for the group of that guy from a few weeks ago. Probably so. I know that the crazy groups is, I know they have this, like, what really happened to Samantha Sayers Facebook thing. There's some secret Facebook Sam Sayers, and then they're on Reddit and all sorts of other places that they're on. But yeah, one day it's, oh, Kevin Darius is this prime suspect. We got information that Kevin did something. And then the other day it's, oh no, Lisa's got something to do with it, and then it's, oh no, Bud has got something to do with it, so they're just completely running out of straws and running out of, theories, and accusations, because, people are like, man, you're really out there, really, really far out there to be blaming these people, so yeah. Why don't they go to the cops if they have such great info? And they say they do. They say they're working with the cops, and it's, yeah, and I'm totally blind to anything that goes on with law enforcement. So I know that, the group's been reported, things been said, have been screenshotted and sent to the sheriff's office, and stuff like that. So I know a lot of people are doing that, for them and against them. So it's just, yeah, it's just really bizarre, and I'm just stay out of it completely. because that's all it is. It's just another way to try to distract and get our focus away from, and our time and our energy away from searching to dealing with them fucks. Kevin's holding up pretty good. You know, it's it takes your toll. It takes its toll on everyone. You know, it was, and you know, 2 weeks before Samantha's birthday, she goes missing. A week and a half before Cody passes away, he got in a really bad car accident. You know, and then just other things that, you know, that's happened to him, to us, you know. So when you're, you know, 70 some days into it, and you're just the last 3 pretty much, you know, on the mountain, still out there looking, I mean, that shows you how people are holding up. I mean, we're not going to falter, we're not going to fail, we're not going to give up, we're not going to, you know, that's not who we are. And that's why it's us 3 still out there, is because, yeah, it's because our resolve is relentless and, you know, incomparable to anything out there. So yeah, even though, you know, even though we're carrying on, and I guess that kind of helps, you know, get you through it too. You know, helps keep your focus somewhere other than the despair, other than, you know, the sorrow and the sadness. Like, you know, Cody was a really good friend of mine, used to work with me, always coming up, you know. He was younger than me by 6 years, but he really looked up to me. Anytime he asked me for advice and I gave him advice, he'd follow it. Yeah, Naomi. Yep. Yeah, and yeah, my wife is just as badass as me. Culture things like experts. Thanks, Bonnie. You know, yeah, but you know, I understand that, Bonnie, but at the same time, you know, we have to rebuke them. We have to tell them that they're wrong. We have to, you know, we have to enlighten them to the truth. Otherwise, they're just going to stay ignorant trolls out there, and they're going to do it to other people too. So, you know, that's why I will address them and, you know, and speak to them. I know a lot of people say it's not worth my time or effort, but, you know, it is, because they're sick, lost individuals who need to be corrected and put on the right, on a better path. So if I can help make that come along, I will. Probably won't, because they're just so screwed in the brain that they can't, you know, it's like there's been in darkness for so long that the feeble light of a firefly will blind them, and then, you know, and then there's no saving them at all, because then all your light has destroyed my eyesight, you know. So yeah, they're pretty messed up in the brain, and it's really sad that it's brought us to where we're at now, and that's, you know, 3 of us guys in the mountain, you know, that because we only trust each other 100%. Yeah, Corsu. Thanks, Corsu. So yeah, we're not gonna give up until she comes home. And just because you don't hear from us in a while, don't think that we're not out there searching. I get messages all the time. Are you out there? Are you out there? Are you out there? Are you out there? And we are doing all sorts of tactics to keep everyone guessing on what we're doing, because we have to. And I'm sorry that we got to do that. You know, like, I told everybody I was you know, for Cody's birthday on Wednesday, I told everybody that I was there in the hospital with him, when I actually wasn't. We were up on the mountain, droning the lake. You know, and that breaks my heart that I have to be like that to people, because there's people on here who I personally know and love and care about in the same way with me, and there's complete strangers on here. I can't filter who subscribes to my YouTube, so I know there's a lot of trolls and a lot of snakes and a lot of moles out there watching right now, and checking as many of my feeds, my Instagram posts, when I'm online, all that stuff, you know. So it might show that I'm online and I'm in the mountains. And you might think I'm not in the mountains, you know, and I'm at home. So that's just the tactics we have to use right now, because people are getting just so whacked out of their mind. I mean, when you're talking about poisoning people's food, I mean, I just don't understand that. So so yeah, so we're doing the best that we can, and we're not going to stop. And yeah, keep praying for, you know, for Sam, for the family. You know, if you want to believe that she's alive, believe that she's alive. If you want to believe that she's dead, believe that she's dead. You know, I'm not here to sway your belief on what you think. And therefore, I'd ask that you respect, you know, other people in the same regard. And that's, you know, don't be sending, you know, the family members look at my YouTube channels. They look at the comments, you know, they look at anything I post about Sam. And the last thing I want to read is, "Oh, Sam's dead," freaking, and you know, and your personal view on, you know, "Oh, the mom's gone crazy, she's lost her mind, blah 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 blah." That has no bearing on anything, man. So just freaking keep it off of there. You know, you're just a fucking hateful freaking dick. That, you know, that has no life, and you want to make somebody else feel bad. And that's why you're putting that comment on there. And some of them I'll remove, and I'll report, and I'll delete. And some of them I'm going to leave on there so you just look like a complete freaking ass and let everybody else give you shit for it. But it's totally unwelcome. It's totally unwarranted, and there's no need for it. So please keep your opinions to yourself on how you think a parent should grieve or deal or act when their child goes missing. I have no idea. I don't think there's anywhere written in any book on this is how you should be when your child's missing. Everybody reacts to everything differently. So, you know, human beings, it's fight or flight in pretty much any aspect of life when you encounter some type of situation. And, you know, and there's nothing wrong against the people who fight, and there's nothing wrong against the people who flee, who run. It's all about survival. It's all about, you know, what's in your best interest to survive. And however you choose to go about it to achieve your victory of surviving through a situation, then that's all that matters to me. And anybody who sits there and tries to nitpick and say, "Oh, well, if you run, you'll die," or "if you fight, you'll die," I'll have to say, you don't know shit about fighting or fleeing. Because if you did, you wouldn't be running your mouth and talking that crap. You just keep it closed. You know, say what you have to say. Ask a question. You know. But don't just sit there and assume you know everything that's freaking going on, because you don't. I guarantee you, you don't. You don't know what we are employing. Nobody knew about the drone, the underwater drone thing, till after the fact. I think maybe Lisa alluded to it a little bit beforehand. But yeah, people, you're not gonna know. You don't know what's going on. So just keep those horrible comments to yourself, because I don't need them on my videos, and the family sure as hell don't want to see them. And you don't need to portray yourself as a complete dick to the world either. You know, discretion is the better part of valor. So I'd say practice it. So I'm gonna get off here. Doesn't seem like there's any more questions from anybody unless I miss some. Anyone who knows you knows you'd be there for any of us, just as you are for Sam. Yeah, they need to get a hobby of Naomi. That they do. So yeah, so I got a lot of stuff to do for Cody's kind of memorial. I probably, some people probably saw that day. I knew he was gonna go on his birthday. I just knew it. It was so close to his birthday, and we were up there, and while Kevin and Clay was droning in the lake, I went and carved this little stick up for him, and we burnt it on this huge fire up there that we had. And you know, in honor for him. But what I want to do is I'm going to build this, because he was all about his Viking heritage. His family came from Norway, so I want to do a wooden Viking sword out of like a white pine blade with some tiger wood and some wenge. So So I'm going to build a wooden sword and engrave it and everything, a wooden Viking sword. And then that way when he's cremated, it could be cremated with him. So that's what I'm going to be working on here. And then this week sometime, I know there's going to be people out there searching. So I'm going to try to be able to be out there with them, because circle's real small. We got to keep each other safe out there with all the crazies running around. So now everybody should probably realize by now why I wear camo. So please keep asking about the damn camo issue. It's not an issue. Look, if I'm out there searching and I die, good that I'm not found. You know, it's just how it is. You know, my wife knows that if I go missing in the woods and they'll find me, I'm dead. And then what does it matter where my body is? At least it's laying out there where I really want to be when it's time for me to go and be laid to rest. Is going to be in the mountains. So yeah, that's why I wear camo, and that's why you see everybody else switching to camo now. Is because, yeah, who knows when one of these psychos want to go up and sit up in some freaking hill with a freaking large caliber rifle. I better not give them any ideas. So yeah, so there you go. And you know, and from the beginning, it's like that. It's in everyone. It's just because this has gone so long is why the psychos have hung out so long, and that's why, if you know, if they that's why they've been stewing on all these new ideas and new ways to trifle and do horrible, evil, vile things. You know, is because it's been so long. And I guess that's another reason why it's kind of good that, you know, official search and rescue, you know, ends their, you know, their time. It's not only just to save on resources, to probably save on the crazies from coming out and having to just evolve their crazy tactics throughout the whole mission. Because, man, I can just imagine if, like, we got this many on Sam's search, you know, how many other crazies come out on all the different other search and rescue missions that happen weekly and daily around the world. So I can understand, you know, that of wanting to pull the plug is, yeah, hey, we got the crazies coming out. They're going to start sniping people or poisoning volunteers' food, so we better cut this off now. And it's a shame that there's not something that law enforcement can't do about those people, you know. Really is. And unfortunately, we've become such a society that's dependent upon freaking law enforcement. Men can't even go out and kick other men's ass anymore without, you know, going to freaking jail over it. I mean, I love nothing more than, you know, some of these people just to come and face me. Name a time and a place, you know, where you just hand to hand, you know, you might kick my ass, you might knock out my fucking teeth and beat my ass, all right? But hey, you know what? I'm going to be there and freaking I'm going to earn it. And you're going to know I was there. You know, so that's all I wish is, yeah, just, you know, give me a name and place, hand to hand, fist to fist, toe to toe. Quit all this, oh, we got to poison people. Quit all this, oh, I'm going to snipe you from across the ridge. Quit all this fucking, oh, you know, I'm going to put your name out there and disparage you against you and harsh out your name and, you know, make you seem like this horrible, evil person on social media, you know. It's like, you know, let's just fight like two good old guys, you know, fist to fist, and freaking, you know, whoever wins is whoever wins. But the reason why they won't is because the old adage, you know, a knight who is true can't lose in combat to one who is false. And that's why they don't want to come toe-to-toe and face-to-face with me, because they are the unrighteous. They are in the wrong. They are the false knight, and therefore they'll lose, you know. Good always triumphs over evil. Truth always triumphs over lies. And the mighty righteous will always triumph over the freaking unrighteous trolls. And that's why they don't want to face me face to face. Like that Steve dude, he's like 3 times bigger than me, but I beat guys that size and bigger down just as freaking easy because they were in the wrong. And I've had big guys beat the shit out of me because I was in the wrong. So, you know what? That's what it's going to come down to, and I think that's all in a way, you know. anybody really know? That's like my dad said. Hey, if there was ever, you know, if anybody's ever accusing you of something that's a lie, there's only one way to be able to tell who's the liar, and you put those two men in a room, and whoever loses his teeth is the liar. That's what my dad taught me. So, yeah, put me in put two liars or put two people. Whoever loses their teeth, that's the liar. So, come knock out my teeth if I'm lying, please. Because I'd rather have my teeth knocked out than be a liar. So, well, thanks everybody for watching. I better get off here. It's a beautiful day. Sunday, so day of rest, day of enjoyment with the family, and getting together where it's going to be searched this week and what's going to be going on. I try to keep tabs on who's out there, where, just in case if something happens to them, there's a QRF team on standby to be able to get out there real quick. So that's where we're at, and look forward to more updates when we can give them. I know Kevin updates every now and then, shows us a pic of memorial for Cody. Yeah, I will. I got to get the wood. The Wanga is hard to find, but I got all the tiger wood and whatnot. So, and then I gotta, hopefully they'll let me cremate it with them. I don't see why not. Please don't die. We need. Oh, I won't die. Too tough to die right now. So yeah, and yeah, I'll keep update on Cody for you, on his services and what transpires there, and then also on the search. You know, we've been keeping a lot of the family out of the loop also, on what me, Kevin, and are doing, and that's just so we are safe. You know, it's not that we don't trust some aspects of the family, it's just that, you know, loose lips sink ships, and the more people that know, the more people are gonna know. So right now we just keep our lips really tight and sealed, handle business, and then let people know after we've handled business. And it's just that way for us to protect ourselves, because we're the ones out there. We're the ones at risk, and everybody else is at home. Therefore, you know, the need to know basis is on a need to know basis right now, as much as it start a fund for dentures. Yes. So thanks everybody. Have a blessed and wonderful day. We will stay safe, and thanks for all your support, continued support, and blessings and love and prayers, and hopefully we'll bring Sam home really, really soon. That's our focus, and that's what we pray for every day. So thanks so much again, guys. Bye.